The biggest obstacle and challenge that every service provider will face is not being able to generate enough appointments for their business. And if you're also selling AI, one of the biggest challenges that you'll face is not being able to showcase the value of your AI solution within the appointment setting process before prospects end up on a sales call, okay? We have faced this problem for the last few months, especially now that we're building and launching a lot of AI offers, a lot of AI solutions into the marketplace, is how do we figure out a way to automate entirely the appointment setting process leveraging AI? And I'm making this video to essentially show you how we've been able to finally solve this problem, okay?
A replacement could range from $5,000 to $7,500, including installation. Would you like to schedule a detailed consultation to finalize the quote?
Definitely.
Boom! And that's the end of the role play. How did I do?
Did wonderful.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Would you be open to scheduling a call with our AI specialist to explore how we can implement this into your business?
Yeah.
As you just heard, the prospect was impressed by the AI agent's performance and he was excited to book a sales call. This is by far the most important thing that you can implement within your sales process if you're going to be selling AI, because the proof is in the pudding. If you can have prospects sold before they jump on a sales call, that is how you print money, okay? Because if you don't have proof before someone jumps into your process of being sold something, a system, a growth infrastructure, then you will struggle. You will have to explain it and try to reduce risk on sales calls, while people who are just having the thing sell itself don't have to do nothing on sales calls. They just have to give the price and the rollout plan and the timeline and set KPIs, set targets, and just wait for the invoice to be paid. You literally have the person testing the solution before they jump on a sales call with you. And that is really sick. We were able to solve this problem by building and implementing a self-selling AI agent into our clients' businesses. But before I walk you through the logic of how this whole entire system works, let me walk you through a recent case study that we have. Okay, so we have this client, Olu. She joined our incubator recently. We helped her build her AI offer, launch acquisition, and check this out. In the first 48 hours, she got 10 leads, right? Not a lot, not hundreds of leads. You're not gonna make necessarily millions, but check this out. 50% of all of them turned into a booked appointment. If you've been in sales, okay, and you've been in appointment setting, I come from a background of literally building appointment setting teams. At some point, I was placing 90 VAs every single month into companies to do appointment setting, right? And no way were we able to reach more than like 10% lead to booked call rate. Okay, the conversion rate from a lead opting in or someone showing interest to them being converted into an appointment has never ever reached 50%, right? So after 48 hours, when we saw this, we were like, holy shit, this is insane. Okay, and then a week later, she had 31 leads. And the conversion rate from lead to call dropped a little bit, but it dropped to 30%. So out of 31 leads, the AI agent booked 30% of all the leads that showed interest to the actual AI growth infrastructure solution that she's selling, okay? And what's more interesting is the cost of these leads and the cost per booked appointment. Check this out. She's currently paying around $12 cost per lead and $36 cost per booked appointment, okay? Which is nuts. It's nuts. If you are in business, you know that the most important thing is having low cost to acquire a customer, because as long as your CAC is low, you can afford to print money, right? Now, this is all fine, but we're dealing with a problem right now, which is show up rate, okay? Unfortunately, over 50% of appointments are not showing up, and we believe it's because of the lack of effort involved into booking an appointment, right, from the prospect side. Let me go over how the thing is built. It's almost like the thing that makes the system so great is also the thing that's also hurting our show up rate. And the logic is the following. So one of our biggest bottleneck was, especially now that we're selling a lot of AI offers, was to figure out how do we get prospects to see the value of the AI solutions that we're going to be implementing into their companies before they show up for an appointment. If you've tried selling AI, you know that the biggest bottleneck you'll face is when people jump on a sales call and maybe it's a cheap cost per lead, it's a cheap cost per booked call, but you're not able to convey the value and the opportunity that is in leveraging AI into your company. So we thought of this. What if instead of setting leads and waiting for them to show up for an appointment for them to explain our AI growth infrastructure, what if we got them to experience the AI itself? So the way that this self-selling agent works is a lead will opt in here. It will give us their information. It will give us the website for their business. And then the AI will go ahead and scrape their website, understand what they do, and it will send a message instantly. So as soon as the lead opts in, it will send a message, hey, thank you for opting in. I'm going to be looking at your website, understanding what you do. And then a minute later, once I have context, then I'm going to offer you to either keep conversation through DMs or call you. And then in this case, the first booked appointment that this self-selling did for this client, Olu, it was through a phone call. And the idea is it will call the lead. It will then kind of like qualify them. Hey, I saw this is about your business. This is what you do. But most importantly, what is the main bottleneck you have in your business? And then based on that bottleneck, the AI itself will kind of like go into a role play on how the AI itself could help the business solve that problem through the set of AI solutions that we have, okay? And then at the end, the AI will book them. It will say, hey, this email, the right email to use. Is this the right phone number? Are you available this time? What is your time zone? If the prospect isn't available, it will then shuffle around and find the right availabilities for the business. And then it will book them, and then it will send them an email. We'll have everything to essentially book the lead without the lead having to do anything. Now, that is good. But the problem in sales is that when there aren't micro commitments, it means that the prospect will not have a lot of investment done within the sales process. The more sometimes invest in something, the more they care about it. So AI kind of like is removing that effort, which is in a way is going to create kind of like leverage and effortless and increase conversion rates. But it might also hurt other layers of the funnel, like show up rates, because the prospect didn't have to fill out a calendar. They didn't have to answer questions, at least manually, and invest calories. They just did it over the phone, right? So that's the problem that we're currently dealing with and that we're trying to solve, okay? But other than that, it's still amazing that we're getting 30% conversion rate from lead to book call, or 50% in the first 48 hours, or that the cost per lead and cost per booked call is cheap, okay? So we're going to be rolling this system out to every single company that we're launching, preferably. We don't necessarily have yet the bandwidth to be able to roll this out to everyone, but we're trying to do our best to be able to automate the entire appointment setting process for every business that we're building and scaling for our clients and partners, okay? Now, if you want to see how this entire thing is built out, like how we're building it on GHL, how we're prompting the whole thing, the tools, the AI voice platforms that we're leveraging for this, I'm not necessarily going to be going over in depth in this video because I'm not the one building these solutions out. I have a team of systems integrators, a bunch of kind of like prompt engineers in our company that will be going through this, okay? Because this is just one of the 3 to 4 AI systems that we have in our AI ecosystem, okay? So we end up going through the whole set of AI solutions that we've built at clientacquisition.io. So if you want to access it, if you want to see how we built it, how we can roll it out, how you can implement it for your own business, then check out the masterclass below. But one thing that you have to understand is, even if you do have this AI, the most important thing is knowing what market is going to value your AI offer or your AI solutions. That's the value that we bring to the table. It's not just having AI, but it's knowing like where are the companies and applications that companies will value the most and that allow us to monetize these AI solutions for a lot more money. Okay, so if you don't just want access to how it's built, but you also want to know like what markets you go after, how you should price your solution, how you should go about client acquisition, advertising, lead gen, appointment setting, sales, as well as fulfillment, then click the link below and sign up for our AI masterclass. Love you. Bye-bye.